Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Tropical NHL back here today for the 11th episode, I think it is, of Habs Review. The Canadiens were facing the Washington Capitals tonight in a game that was kind of fun. It was alright. It was not the best game I've watched in my life. Yeah, pretty disappointing. One goal in two games is not it. You're not gonna win hockey games like that. We kind of don't want them to win games because we want Connor Bedard, but still, we want it to be enjoyable to watch. And it's not enjoyable to watch when they're not scoring goals. I mean, four of the five goals the Montreal Canadiens have scored so far in the three first games have come from the Nick Suzuki line. Henderson, Suzuki, Caulfield, which is pretty bad. You need the entire team to produce offensively to have a good shot at winning games. Like I said, we don't want them to win that much games, but we want them to be competitive in those games. And tonight, they were not competitive at all. Yeah, they hit a lot of posts. They got some scoring chances, but they couldn't finish it off. They need to put the puck in the back of the net, and yeah, they haven't been able to do that so far, other than Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki and Josh Henderson. The Sean Monahan and Kirby Duck have had a lot of chances to score goals, but I don't think they're putting the right guy with them. Mike Hoffman's not the right guy to play with them. And if Evgeny Dadonov is not the right guy to play with them either, I would put either Jonathan Drouin, who played pretty decent tonight. He was more implicated in the game. He played better defensively. He went to the corners. So I would definitely keep Jonathan Drouin in the lineup over Mike Hoffman and Evgeny Dadonov. I understand that you want to trade Dadonov and Hoffman, but when their presence are impacting the team negatively, that they're taking some ice time from away from Slovkowsky, so I would put Rempitlik back in the lineup for either Dodonov or Hoffman, and I would put either Slovkowsky or Drouin on the second line with Doc and Monahan. I feel like Slovkowsky would is not on the right line right now. He plays with two really slow forwards. Slavkovsky's not a fast and agile player. He has hands, he has a good vision, he has a nice shot. He needs space to perform well. Like I've been saying a lot, without Nicholas Backstrom, Alex Ovechkin is not where he is right now without Nicholas Backstrom. Players like Ovi, players like Pasternak, they need a centerman to be good. They need a centerman to perform well. And like we've seen tonight, Ovechkin didn't look the same, honestly. And that's because Nicholas Backstrom is not here anymore. He's playing with Dylan Strome. And Dylan Strome, sorry, I really love Dylan Strome. He's a good player, but he's not Nicholas Backstrom. And it's a bit of the same thing. I'm not comparing Slavkovsky to Ovechkin, obviously, but Slavkovsky is the type of player that needs a centerman that's able to create space and give him the puck. Slavkovsky will be better with space created for him. He's a player that needs space, and Christian Dvorak, with his slow ass, is not able to do that. And Brendan Gallagher, I really love Brendan Gallagher, but he is not the player that fits Juraj Slavkovsky. He could fit Juraj Slavkovsky. That's not my point. The point is, Dvorak is not the right center to play with Slavkovsky, so I would put Slavkovsky on the second line with Doc and Sean Monahan. Three big guys, Sean Monahan and Kirby Doc, can create space and give Slavkovsky the puck. He hit the post in the first period, got a pretty good chance. He could have easily scored his first goal in the National Hockey League. As soon as he got the opportunity, he took it and he almost scored a goal. And I think that chances like that would come more often if he was playing with Kirby Doc and Sean Monahan on the second line. Or even so, even I'm down for him to play on the fort with Jake Evans and Jonathan Drouin. I would have rather see him with Jonathan Drouin and Jake Evans on the fourth line tonight than with Christian Dvorak and Brendan Gallagher, because I feel like Jake Evans could fit him more than what Christian Dvorak's been able to do. And in preseason, when he was playing on the power play with Jonathan Drouin, they had a pretty good chemistry together. So yeah, I could definitely see Sofkovsky playing with Drouin as well. But yeah, try him somewhere else than with Christian Dvorak and Brendan Gallagher, please, because you're not helping him at all with that. So a really nice goal coming from Nick Suzuki. Really nice goal. He juked around all the defensemen from the Washington Capitals and he finished it off with the wraparound. Really nice goal. First goal for Nick Suzuki as a captain of Montreal Canadiens. Ran a pretty one. We're gonna remember this win as Nick Suzuki's first goal as a captain against the Washington Capitals. He played a really solid game. He was everywhere, making a lot of good plays. But I feel like I don't really like either Josh Anderson playing with them. They've been playing good. They've been amazing together. But three right-handed shot on the same line, I'm not a big fan of. And the other thing is that Josh Anderson is kind of slow to make plays. He protects the puck well. He goes in the corners, but he's kind of slow to make those plays. Like his hockey stance is kind of slow. Sometimes he's making a pass a second late, and it kind of cuts the play. It kind of doesn't help Suzuki and Caulfield. Sometimes they have a play in mind, and I don't think that Josh Anderson always sees the same thing that those two guys are playing. I would put a guy with more hockey IQ that can go to the corners. So maybe Brendan Gallagher. I'm not sure. They could test it out. A left-handed shot that works hard. Even Rem Pitlick. I think that Rem Pitlick could fit them pretty well also. But yeah, definitely a lot of options, and yeah, they need to change things up. I think the lines are pretty random. And yeah, Dadonov and Hoffman, one of those two needs to go to the stands. Hoffman was a bit better tonight, but it's still not perfect. And Dadonov was terrible, really bad decisions. Other thing I wanted to talk about is the power play, man. They haven't scored a goal on the power play, and have had so many occasions. They have had so many power plays, and if you score one or two goals on the power play tonight, it's 3-3. You need to take those chances, and you need to score on the power play. And the guy who's in charge of the power play is Alex Barros, and Alex Barros was terrible last year, and I didn't understand why St. Louis kept him there. I'm a big fan. I really liked Burrows as a player, but as a power play coach, I don't really agree with what he's been doing. That back pass, it's always the same thing. They're trying to get in right the middle with the back pass in the neutral zone. All the teams know that they're going to do that, so they just cut the zone entry and it cuts the plays. So yeah, I would try something different. Another thing is why is Slovkowsky not on power play? I feel like he could bring a lot of things to that power play. Some good passes, a good shot, a physical presence. He's big. I would definitely put Slovkowsky on that second power play instead of a guy like Christian Dvorak that's been kind of meh. You either put Christian Dvorak down the middle, don't put him on the wing on the power play. He's useless there. I would put Slovkowsky there instead. And yeah, another thing on the power play that I would change it. I would put Caden Goulet instead of Chris Weidman. They put him there once because it was the end of the power play. They needed two defensemen, and he created a chance. So I would definitely put Caden Goulet instead of Chris Weidman on the first power play, just to see how he does. I feel like he could be a lot better. He has a better sense, a better IQ than Chris Weidman. And yeah, I would definitely try that. Put Slovkowski on the second power play. Keep the first power play like that, but put Caden Goulet instead of Chris Weidman, and I'm sure that they're going to score more goals. Better passes. He's better at taking decisions. Sometimes Weidman just takes a decision too fast and he F it up. Sometimes he take a bad shot, bad passes, and it cuts the plays. So yeah, I would definitely try Caden Goulet there and kind of change the strategy a bit because that zone entry is not it. It's not working, and when it's not working, you're changing things. That's how I feel. Arbor Kai got his first point. I think it was his best game so far. His best game for Arbor Kai. He was really solid. He took a penalty, but like obviously he's gonna take penalty. It's Arbor Kai. He got his first point on the Suzuki goal. He made a good zone entry on that play as well, and then he kept it simple. Took a shot. Suzuki took the puck and scored a goal. Really nice from Arbor Jakai tonight. He looked more in each ready to me than he did last night against the Red Wings. Really solid game from Jakai, solid game from Savard. The defense is not the problem. They've been pretty good surprisingly, they've been pretty good. The two best defensemen on their team are injured, but defensively, they've been pretty good. Pretty good. Montalvo with two weak goals. That Mata shot, yeah, you need to save that. It was right on your chest. You need to make the easy save on that. And the TJ Oshie goal, he got juked too easily for me. Yeah, I think that with Jake Allen, those two goals are not going in, and you have a 1-1 game. So kind of a meh game, mess start for Samuel Montalvo, even though I'm a big fan of the guy. So yeah, definitely a lot of positive things happen tonight. They just need to work on finishing the plays and scoring goals, and I'm sure that they're going to be better next game, even though they're facing the Penguins. It's going to be a rough one. The Penguins are looking solid. They've been ripping off the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight, so it's going to be a really difficult one. After that, they're going to play against the Arizona Coyotes. That's more of a fair game for the Canadiens, but yeah, it's going to be really interesting watching those. I hope that St. Louis makes some changes, and I hope that Slovkowsky gets a chance with players that could help him and fit him well, fit him better. And yeah, let me know what you guys all think about this. Let me know what you guys thought about the game. It's been your boy Tropical NHL. Please hit the big subscribe button if you don't want to miss my other reviews. We're gonna see each other back tomorrow with brand new videos. It's been your boy Tropical NHL. Have a good night and bye bye.